Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm back. It took me a minute. Sorry. You got routines in life. If y'all know, you know. It's my favorite saying. You know, you know. And I have dogs that are my security at the office or at my house. So either way, it's a part of keeping up with the routine. And I changed my lighting to try to make it where I can see without feeling loopy. Yeah, there we go. But I wanted to get back on here and address something that I saw that really, if I bring it up, it affects me personally. And like I tell you all the time, I don't want to come on here and waste your time. I'm giving you a 2-second, you make good, I hate the world, I hate America, I hate this, I hate that, I hate this, I hate that. I'm never going to be that person, and I've always stated, I'm fixing to paint my snubby nails, but one of the things I've told people over and over is forgiveness is some of the best thing. It's one of the best things you can have within you that can change your life. I find it to be a requirement to be a better human, and if you can't forgive, well, I just think you're just shit out of luck. I wouldn't be here today if I wasn't able to forgive and forgive myself for the things that I did not know. And I was raised, as y'all know, it's very public. I was raised in a very, very racist family. The dynamics of my childhood was, I honestly, when I look back, I don't really remember seeing a lot of races, like different color races of humans. I hate to use that word races. It's like different color humans, okay? Like, if I had a choice, I wouldn't be freaking full white, okay? I wouldn't mind having a little bit of tan going on. If we had some Mexican thrown in with me, I wouldn't have to tan, okay? And I know you can say, well, that's just so stupid. Well, whatever. Okay, it's my view, okay? White women go to the tanning bed, get skin cancer their whole lives to be darker. To look like what? Mexican. They are the bougiest. They had the bougiest color ever. And we're all jealous. So everybody just shut up and get along. But it's true. Like, we always want to be like tan. You buy fake tans. I mean, good gosh, I own so many fake tanners. By the way, the best tanner was from Victoria's Secret years ago, and they don't make it anymore. That wasn't a smart choice of the CEO. But anyways, fast forward. One of the things you always hear, I watch and follow, they're out of Houston. I call them the Carter Boys. You will see them on my channel. I support them, and I really love their content because you get a view of, let's see here, there's about 4 black young men giving their views about their own race. And I think it's important as a human, as an American citizen, to wake the blank up and pay attention to what other races are saying. You don't have to accept what they're saying. You don't have to like what they're saying. But everybody has made a point to get on certain apps that last, 5 seconds and give their view of something, especially white women. I'm a white woman, so I can say it, okay? Hello? They like to get on here and on other channels and just run their mouths about something that they know nothing about. And I don't care if you like me for it. It's the truth. So fast forward. I know I'm not very appropriate today. Back up, watch the video prior. You'll know why. But the Houston rodeo happened. It's going on right now. And when you see what's going on there, the Carter boys, one of them went there. I call them the Carter boys, okay? I'll put their link in the description or in the comments, and you can go check them out yourself. But they really speak up about what they have seen in their own community. I'm not black, so I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you that I know what blacks feel like. When white people do that, y'all sound so blank and stupid, okay? And if you're going to speak about another race, at least be educated on just the basic facts, okay? Just the basic facts. Go off of what they're saying. Go off of their experience. Stop. This is something I see in America right now, especially with liberals. They want to get up and talk about what's good in Venezuela, what's good in Iran, but y'all are not listening to the people that live there. Like, I don't speak on Iran unless I'm listening to my fans from Iran that tell me how they feel and what they're going through. Because how can you speak about something that you as a white, liberal, American, middle-aged woman is on here going, I'm in a bougie plane, I'm going to Cuba, I'm going to save Cuba and be here for Cuba and support Cuba. No, you're an idiot, okay? You're literally taking electricity there to stay in a bougie hotel while everybody else is living in, shacks with no electricity. When you do that, like Hassan does, you have my respect to nothing. You are a weak human, and that's how I feel about it, and I won't change my mind. So, fast forward. Everybody wants to talk about black people. They're the ones that commit the highest crime, black on black crime, robbing, stealing, in prison, murder rate, blah, 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 blah. It's just nonstop. Then, this week, all I see is black people on this platform. Let's say, example, maybe TikTok. Talking about, shame on you black people. We don't support you black people. And they're black people talking, okay? To other black people. We don't like you. We don't claim you. We hate you. We don't respect you. And I'm going, what? When I hear those words, all of a sudden I'm just going, what? Why? How do you not want to claim another human? Like, I don't even care what your daggum color is. If they're a good human, why are you not wanting to claim them? And they're literally trashing them. Black people. And I'm not making this like as a race thing. They're making this a race thing. Where they are literally hating on black Americans who are working for the federal government, that are working for ICE, that are working for the police, that are working in first responders. Like, are you kidding me? You literally want to shame black people for having a career, for having insurance, for having a 401k. Oh, they're not robbing, stealing, and murdering. And you want to judge them? There's something wrong with y'all up here. There's something wrong when you literally will take the time. I'm not lying. Go look it up. Taking the time to video black. When we were raised in my 20s, we were taught to say African American, so it feels very, I don't care. You could say, well, you just don't have the right words. Well, y'all keep changing the words. So, yeah, I was taught that was disrespectful to say black. I was taught that saying African American was the respectful way to do it. Then they changed it and wanted to go with black. So, okay, I'm going to go with your narrative. You literally are recording great black and Hispanic, but mostly black ICE officers in an airport. And you want to smear them on social media because you say, you're failing us. You sucked up to the white people. You sold yourself. We'll never claim you. You're so low. No. They're so great. I said it yesterday. You're pissed that they're not robbing banks, but they're protecting banks. You're mad that they're not killing in the streets. They're not rapping about killing. They're actually working for something. They have a goal. They have a career they can depend on and not actually go to prison while they're doing it, okay? And you have the gall to get on social media and say, we don't claim you? Really? So you don't want to claim black people because they're doing better? You don't want to claim black people because they have a career? You don't want to claim them because, listen, this is what shocks me. Y'all talk about white people, the federal government, they're running everything. Y'all sold yourselves out. No, they're tired of going to prison. They're tired of dealing drugs. And when the opportunity came across their life to be a police officer, to be an ICE agent, instead of you being thankful and holding them up as in role models, instead you want to shame them, smear them, and drag them. Take their pictures and just drag it across social media. Who the hell are you? Where did you lose your self-respect? Think about this. Your whole entire life, you say, we can't grow. We can't be better. We're in low income. Trust me, I've been in low income so much it blow your mind. And when black people say, listen, I'm going to rise up. I'm going to be better. I want to go and join the military. I want to join ICE. I want to join the police department. Y'all have the God-smacked nerve to say, we're not going to claim you now. Maybe they don't want to claim you. Maybe they've grown so much that they value themselves so much that they don't want to claim people that don't want to support having a career. How dare you sit up and support trashing black people because they got a good career? That they're making, what, $80,000 a year, $50,000, whatever it is. You literally... Y'all, this is why you Democrats will never run again and make it in office. We won't even allow it. And I am the huge past Democrat, okay? And I will not support dragging black people because they want to have a career. No, not going to do it. I will not lower my standards that low. Instead of you being proud, you should be so proud. You should also be proud that the government says, because they're proving y'all wrong. See, you want to say the federal government hates blacks, discriminates, blah, 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 blah. And now that you get to see them all in the airports, which I think is so bougie. So bougie. And all you can do is video and record them. To me, I think there should be a law put in place where there's a difference between protesting and at the same time taking a federal agent's picture and video just to drag them so people can harass them. Where are you a proud American? Where are you a proud citizen to live in America? Evidently you don't vote, because if you voted, you would get what you want. It's that simple. And when you sat there time and time again and drug black people, oh my God, all they do is kill, rob, steal. And now they're not kill, rob, stealing. They're standing up saying, I want to be better. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. I'm going to have a paycheck. I'm going to have insurance. I'm going to have a 401k. And I'm going to feel proud wearing my uniform. And all you can do is drag them. Shame on you. You suck. You suck. You suck. Do you know why a lot of black people voted for President Trump? Have you asked them? Because I have. A lot of them say it's because he had a record. Hey, I was down for it too. It was one of the things that I didn't really get into. But some of us that have had moments in our life where we had an incident with law enforcement doesn't mean that we're not good enough to work for the government, that we're not good enough to be recognized as humans. No, we put one in the White House. That's what a lot of black people said. They thought it was pretty gangster of him to be arrested and be in the White House. Because, see, they felt like that somebody saw them for once, understood that it didn't matter how rich you were, how white you were, how yellow you were, how orange you were, how green, black, blue, brown. You can end up with the mugshot and still end up in the White House. We can pick apart. We all can. We can sit here and pick apart everything we don't like about a president. But until y'all are presidents, maybe y'all all just need to hush. Because I'm going to tell you something. Even being a police officer or being a social worker or being a judge, until you're in that position, you have no clue the amount of rules, the amount of regulations, and the things that you cannot do that you actually thought you were going to be able to do. That's the way it is. Everybody has a boss. Everybody. And I just got smack shocked. And I'm embarrassed. And I apologize that I'm not even black the one doing it. But I am sad and I apologize on behalf of people that are being drugged on certain platforms because they wear a uniform representing their country. When did y'all ever like get together and find out like what is it that we need to do to be proud of our country? Y'all just do nothing but sit around and find everything wrong. Have you ever thought about finding something right? Instead of you walking up to that ICE officer and saying, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for showing up. Instead of robbing, you're showing up to protect us. The airport lines, I'm telling you what, Osmond Gold is right about this, and I was not aware. See the whites? See how blue my eyes are? I was not aware how many illegal immigrants are in this country until they sent ICE to the airport. That's a shocker, y'all. That should wake you up. That should really rattle you. Because just like that, those lines went from 80% to 30%. Like, I'll go to the airport tomorrow. I'm not concerned about going because I'm not doing anything wrong. That's the point. You prove everything they're saying when they literally send ICE officers to the airport handing out water and the lines just disappear. That tells you we have a problem, y'all, in America. It's like saying, here's an example. I'm trying to use a good one. It's like if every church tomorrow said, guess what? If you're a PDF and you come here, we're going to expose you. Do you know how many PDFs wouldn't show up? You know how empty your churches would be on Sunday? Do you know how many deacons, hell, the pastor may not even show up. Oh, don't fool me. You can't fool me. You cannot fool a girl that watched her whole entire life, even as an adult. How many PDFs were inside churches? They have a church in Tyler. We used to call it how do we say? Green Acres. No, Six Flags Over Jesus is what we call the church. If you stood in the pulpit that morning and said, by the way, next Sunday, everybody, We're going to announce if you're a PDF, whether you've been a convicted PDF or you're being charged as a PDF, we're going to announce it in front of the whole church. Do you know how empty that church would be? Try me. I dare you. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I dare you. Please prove me wrong. You can't, because I'm right. So, shout out to all the bougie ICE officers and police officers and the first responders and everybody that is black, that is taking and doing careers that make something for themselves where they can support their families, support their girlfriends or boyfriends, their husbands. I don't care. I don't care. And do you know how many, by the way, because I know of you, that are LGBT and they're very proud to be there? Y'all need to wake up. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, X. Holy crap. What other channels do we have? Facebook. I don't know if I'm renaming several. That's not reality. 1 in maybe every 10 is real. And you'll be able to tell by their content. You'll be able to tell by their filters, by their overall, how much are they trying to cut out and edit. That's why I like going live, because I like to show people how, well, here I am. I got my lips done today, lipstick-wise, but here I am. I just think that we're going to have to wake up and start learning to be proud. Have some pride. For the love of God, have some pride in your country. All you people that want to sit here and shame America, please do me a favor. Catch the next flight out and go live somewhere else. I promise you, you will come back here running so fast, begging. Why do you think people in Iraq that day when America, did y'all forget when America left Iraq? How quick y'all are to forget. People were dying, grabbing on to those planes. Like, can you imagine how desperate that is? Like, you know, hanging on a plane wheel is not going to get you to America. But they're that desperate to get to America. And all y'all can do is stand in the streets and tell everybody how bad everything else is, or how we're not doing it right for everybody else. Give me a break. Start being proud of your own country. Be thankful that there are people that literally will die trying to get here. Do you know how disgusting y'all sound? Hassan he's an idiot. He's a complete idiot. That's why I follow Osmond Gold, because he actually makes so much sense in real life to what is going on in America. And everybody, you can say, again, you can say what you want over and over and over. When the facts come out, and when you see things like the airports all of a sudden becoming empty, it should make you think, holy crap, how much are we going through because we're too busy supporting not our citizens. We're not supporting our own. We're too busy trashing our own to try to uplift people that are not even from here. And then when they get here, they don't even want to learn the culture. They want to force us to learn their culture. Guess what? Your country's a nightmare because y'all don't know how to do it. So don't come here and try to drag your trash into our country and convince us to live like y'all. That's why you're trying to get away from that mess, because that mess over there isn't working. So you come here. Now you want to be in Congress. Now you want to be presidents. Now you want to be mayors and all this other, and force where you came from on us, but you hate where you came from. Because if you loved it, your ass would be over there. I don't want to hear Hassan sit up at his multi-million-dollar house trying to tell people how the freak to live. Oh, shut up. He does nothing but torture his dog every day. Give me a break. We all saw it. Any person that can sit there and shock a dog like that, you think I'm going to listen to them? That's a weak man. Take on a real man. Like, literally, you got to sit there and beat up your own little dog with a freaking shock collar because you're such a weak man. Shock yourself. That's what he needs to do. Put that collar on himself, and every time he sounds dumb, bzz, Or maybe give Osmond Gold the remote and put it on his song. And every time his song sounds stupid, brr, zappy. Because y'all are not waking up to the real world. These people that live in these multi-million-dollar homes and they sit around behind the computer and they go on these fancy trips to Cuba and all these other places and they try to tell you how terrible it is in America, why they live like multi-millionaires here. Are y'all insane? They don't have your best interests at all. Yes, I would rather absolutely respect a man that lives in a house that's got animals and raccoons coming through the walls than I would a man that sits there with a collar and shocks his dog to death because he's so pissed off he can't even check himself, so he's just going to take it out on his dog. And then he's going to go to other countries like Cuba and try to tell them and tell us. Like, literally, they were teasing people with food so they could take pictures and reels of them. And a song like, oh my God, I went there to work with people that have the freedom to speak up. No, they don't. They have no freedom there. They have none. Zero. By the way, you see my dog? My dog's bothering me right now. I'm not sticking in shock collar zapping her. So that's why I respect Osmond Gold. And I will always respect him because so far he has proven time and time again that these kind of people y'all are listening to are sending you straight to hell. Because people in Cuba, people in Iran, people in Iraq, people in Pakistan would die to be here in America. We've watched them climb on planes, trying to come to America. And y'all want to sit here and put in the streets these other flags. I don't want your flag here. It's an American flag only. Get the heck out. Go back and live in those countries. Make your own. I'm for it. Like, I support Iran. I love my Iran. I got so many fans from different countries. I love those countries. Fly your flags. Make your country better. Stop trying to think that everybody can come to America and we can all be a bougie country. Especially when your religion completely bashes with American laws. We're never going to be Iran. We're never going to be Pakistan. We're never going to be an Islamic state. We're never going to be an Islamic country. We are America. We believe in God. We are a Christian country, and you will not change it. We believe in guns. We believe in God. We believe in freedom of speech. And we believe in giving everybody an opportunity, whether you're black, white, or brown. You can be something here in America. That's what it's called, being a proud American. So stop shaming everybody. And because you know a lot of it, you're just jealous. You're jealous that you can't be one of them. You're jealous that the federal government won't hire you. Get over it. You really think I would rather be a TikToker versus being a federal agent? No, thank you. I would choose to be a federal agent all day long over being a TikToker. It's true. It's true. It's a continuous paycheck. It's a continuous insurance program, a 401k, on and on and on and on. TikTok is not reality, y'all. Social media is not reality. It may show a lot of reality, but it's not reality. Stop hating on people that want to have a job. Whether they're black, white, or Mexican, give them a job. I don't even care. Let me tell you something. I would rather sit or go play. I would rather have people from prison being ICE officers, police officers, all sorts of things. I would rather have them than have terrorists in there doing it. Or idiots. Do you know how many good people come out of prison that just made a mistake? They want a career. Most of them aren't even allowed to vote. Shame on that. They have the right to voice their opinion. Some of them have lived through some of the most amazing, unbelievable experiences. Why should they come out of prison and be ashamed that they can't vote, but we'll allow people from other countries come over here and vote? No. You got me wet. You have got me delulu. Why would we give somebody an opportunity that's not even from here, wasn't born here, come here and try to convert everybody to be the way their country hot mess was? But we have people every day coming out of prison and they can't even get a job. Because, oh, I decided to carry 100 pounds one day of weed across state line. Now I'm screwed. Now I can't get a job. Now I can't do this. Now I can't do that. But we're going to allow you, who is basically trying to change our country to fit your religious views from your messed up country. But we don't even want to accept our own people that have been rehabilitated. They would be more rehabilitated if you could give them a job. So I think we should lift a lot of these regulations and let our own people thrive. Unless you're a PDF, like a, one of those, or, well, I don't know. If they were like, PDFs, then I would be like, okay, we'll give you a bougie job. We're going to let you run the sex offender department, because you know. Put them in there. People that are taking hundreds of pounds of weed. Well, how'd you do that? Give them a job where they can help stop that. I mean, I'm pro weed, but I don't mean weed. I mean like heroin and stuff like that. Like, put them in those positions where they can grow and be better for our country. Stop making it where people here cannot get careers and jobs because, oh my God, I went to prison because I slapped some stupid broad one day across the table that actually deserved it because she was in my face throwing chairs at me. But instead, she got a reality TV show called The Bachelorette while she's throwing metal chairs at her family. Really? Shame, I'm going to bring it up too. Shame on The Bachelorette. Or whatever that show is. So she can throw chairs at human beings. Not even like a cushy. Like we could take a pillow, right? Here's a pillow. It's not like she threw a pillow. She picked up not one, but two. Maybe more. I saw 2 chairs, metal, flying at a human being. And y'all gave her that kind of a position? See, that's what's wrong with media. Y'all don't even know how to pick out a good story. Y'all are so stupid. I don't care. It's true. So stupid. Do you know how many amazing stories are walking all over America and y'all just turn a blind eye so you can put some... Hold on. I love this, but let me show you. This is what I think about that chick on that show that was throwing chairs. Somebody that looks like the bottom of a stick. Who claims to be a Mormon. By the way, they're not Mormon. Because if you look up Mormon, like to read the Mormon Bible, what they're doing is not Mormon. So you're actually hurting the Mormons. Because you're full of crap. And you're a liar. And you're a fraud. Just like my family in Pennsylvania, like, let's go get baptized somewhere where nobody knows it publicly so we could go back to church and act like we're all great Christians while the whole time I'm being charged with hookerville.com. What? Mormons are embarrassed, these people. They're not Mormons. They're not real Mormons. They're like sheep's and wool clothing. The Bible talks about that. These are people that really want to go around. You talk about, you know how they say there's a word y'all use about, like, let's see. Here's an example. If a white woman had braids in her hair, y'all try to shame her because y'all trying to say she's trying to be black, okay? And that she shouldn't be allowed to braid her hair. Well, these are like Mormons on TV that are claiming to be Mormons that aren't really Mormons. They're like next level chair throwing maniacs. And y'all pick that? Y'all want to watch that? Give me a break. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't want to look up to anybody good. You don't want to look up to anybody even trying. You would literally like to cover it up, hide it until TMZ exposed it. Shame on y'all. Look up to better people. Have better people. At least have more interesting stories. I don't even care if they have a criminal background. But, by the way, there was no amount of time in between there for her to really change. I don't even want to hear that, okay? But to top it off, when you try to cover something up, instead of just claiming it, like, yeah, I'm a psycho throwing chairs across the freaking place at my boyfriend / husband, and I'm supposedly a Mormon, and I'm hitting kids in the freaking house with the chairs, evidently, I don't know. That's just what I allegedly heard. Really? No, you're embarrassing the Mormon community. You are. So stop using labels when you're not that at all. There's a word for it. I know y'all know the word. They come up with these new words every day. Like, you're trying to be black. You're trying... I don't know if anybody's trying to be white. Or white people are too busy shaming themselves. Like, oh my God, let me kiss the feet of the ground of people because my past great-grandparents just... Oh, blow off. Really, give me a break. You're just... Y'all are role-playing what you don't even know you believe in. When you go start asking these people, what do you really believe in? Like, what is it that you stand for? What is it that you're really doing to make a change? They're like this, what? You want to call me crazy? Oh, no, I'm good for it. Keep calling me crazy, because in the end, I'm going to be right and you're going to be wrong. I may be ADHD, but that doesn't amount. That's just the way things go. Okay, I don't even care. You can say everything you want to say, but at least I don't look up to people that desecrate America, turn their back on their country, shame their country, don't even want to stand up for any values, don't believe in God, wouldn't even have zero morals, zero class, zero character, zero shame, like shame, embarrassment. Like, you should be ashamed and embarrassed of the way you act in public. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to end with this. By the way, ADHD stuff. I love this. This is one of the things that some of the kids, my son and them, have ordered, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. I don't even know what it is. Fast forward. I went to this last week somewhere. And when I went there, I've been there a lot. Okay, I've been at this location a lot. And it was horrific. And I'm going to try to say this politically the best that I can. You would have thought that the end of the world had come, that something drastic was happening, because I was in a store, a huge store, and I'm looking around and I just see utter chaos. I'm talking about chaos. Then in the parking lot, it looked like a car show / race car / hot rod / ghetto. No rules, no respect, no class, no dignity. And it was all going on around me. And it sent me over the edge. Like, I had an extremely horrific panic attack. I wasn't scared. I was just overwhelmingly, instinctively very bothered that something didn't feel right. I noticed at the registers, there would be one person ringing up, but there were 20 people with them. And they're all just running around doing nothing. They're just loud, obnoxious, just causing all this extra chaos. But there's nothing going on besides one person ringing up 5 to 10 items, but they've got 20 to 30 people with them. And I'm just watching this and I'm going, well, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. Maybe something happened today. Maybe there's like, we're running out of milk this week. You know, kind of something similar to that. So I start heading out the door. And I get almost to where my vehicle is. And you know, you have a thing in America called you go down the right way when you're driving to park. And when the cars are all facing this direction, like facing this and this, that means you only go up this way. Well, right as I'm about to step across the line to my car, this other car comes flying in. And at the same time, next to me, where I'm parked, is another car backing up like normal. And so, all of a sudden, this vehicle pulls out. And they're looking at them like, what's wrong with you? And they pull out. And I watch this car immediately just like almost hit me physically, turned right into the part next to me. Like going down the wrong way, turning in, stopping another vehicle, causing all this chaos. And I'm going, what in the blazes is going on here? Like, I must have missed something. There's got to be something on the news, because I just had this horrible, horrible feeling. I went straight home. And come to find out, there was nothing going on. Until a few hours later. And on the news, there ends up being 2 bodies. Like, rock throwing distance from where I was in the street. Because you know why? It all came to what I figured. It was just my instincts. Complete chaos. Unnecessary people running around doing nothing but just being chaotic. Being loud, being obnoxious, being rude, lazy, inconsiderate, just downright disgusting. I went into the women's restroom and it was so disgusting. I walked down one of the places standing there and I just looked at him and I said, for $1 billion company, you think you guys could just keep the bathroom clean? But honestly, no offense to that person, I don't even blame them for not being able to. Once I realized, like when I go out and I see all this, I'm going, and I'm literally, there's cars just swarming around, and they're not going anywhere, y'all. They're just driving in circles with their music up loud, and they got these weird colors on their car, and they think they're cool, and they're just boom, 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 and I don't care what color they were. This is just what I'm seeing, and they're doing nothing but causing chaos. And before the end of the day is over, there's 2 dead, you know what, in the street. That's what's wrong. That's why I'll never go back there. Because there's no order. There's nobody controlling themselves. There's nobody saying, why are we in the middle of the store 20, 10, 15 deep and none of us are buying anything except for one? I know why. I know they're robbing the store blind. I know that much. And at the same time, all the employees were just sitting around doing nothing. See, this is where y'all have lost pride. You lost pride as an employee because somewhere in there should be, I know you can't do everything. I get that. I understand that. But I see so many time after time, like an example. I'm going to use an example, Walmart. So many employees just standing around doing nothing. We don't pay you to do nothing. We pay you to work, keep control, and keep order, keep the place clean. I don't care if you say, I can't do it all. No kidding. We didn't ask you to do it all. But do your part. And when these people are doing this, the system needs to step in. They need to, I'm serious, bring in the military, bring in the police, bring in ICE, put them everywhere. I wish Trump would put agents every stinking store there is. Put them in there. I don't care if it's a freaking Dollar Tree. Put them in there. Because y'all can't act right. You have no respect for your own people that you call your own people, right? Because y'all want to divide everybody. You want blacks to be your own people. You want the whites to be their own people. You want the Chinese to be their own people. No, that's the problem. Instead of just accepting that they're a human being and that you should be proud that they're doing something amazing or they're doing better, y'all are bringing in the most low quality self-deprivate, what do you call it? It's just like the whole woe is me, like, oh my God, I have this job at Dollar Tree and I'm just going to put headphones in and I'm not even going to speak to people I'm ringing up because I think I deserve better. Well, then do better and you'll have better. But when you treat people and your customers like that, these stores need to wake up and do something. Because your employees that sit around with headphones in and ignoring your customers that are coming through because they feel like they deserve a better job, you don't even deserve the one you've got. It's true. It's true. And I don't care. This is what I saw. This is what I witnessed myself. And it's disgusting. And we should be better. So have pride. And stop trashing the people that do have pride. Don't be smashing on people that literally feel proud to serve their country, to serve their community, to serve their store that they work at because they have some pride. They come to work dressed because they are proud to be there. Like, y'all want something so much better, but y'all can't even do the basic. You can't even do the basic. When you don't even have customer service, skills to communicate with the human. Literally, y'all, they're in stores working with headphones in both of their ears. You got me blanked. I'd fire them right there on the spot. I don't care. Don't care. Let me see you standing around. If I was running Walmart, let me see you standing around. Get a mop. I don't care. I'm not a janitor. I'm a cashier. Don't care. Get some Windex. Get to cleaning. Get to doing something. Stop babying everybody. Get on them. Because you're never going to have those jobs that you dream of unless you wipe this stuff up and make people realize we're not here to pay you to be a freeloading, just a lazy, pathetic employee. There you go. That's my views. That's what I'm going to say because that's the truth. And I'm not wrong. Then I don't care if people agree with me or not. But one day you will look back and go, holy crap, she was right. And stop being mad at me because I end up being right about something. It's not even about that. I hate that word. I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right. You're always going to be right. Well, then make me wrong. Better yet, why don't you do something to be the right? It's not my fault that I have the courage, the dignity, the morals, and the strength to do right. That's not my fault. And I don't mind losing friends or family over it because I'm going to keep doing right. And the more I grow, the more I realize the ability that I have taken with my life to allow people come in and try to convert me to doing wrong versus doing right. Kiss my ass. I'm growing every day. You either grow with me or get out of my bush because this bush is growing, okay? And you can make fun of me. I don't care. It's not going to change anything, okay? Actually, you just make me want to grow to be better. So, encourage people. And when you see somebody doing a great job, tell them. Do y'all not do that? Do you not just look at an employee that's doing something really good and give them a bigger tip or thank them more? Like, I really noticed that you're doing something amazing and I'm so thankful. Better yet, can I get a picture with you because you're a great ICE agent and you're so nice and you just gave me a bottle of water and I really appreciate that. Can you just try? Because I haven't seen people try for this for a long time. But I'm going to. Because every time I see somebody bougie, I'm going to tell them they're bougie. I don't care. I don't care. You can think I'm weird. Don't care. Don't care. I love bougie. And I mean my bougie. My bougie is just being a really awesome freaking human being. And when I see bougie, I'm like, thank you for being a bougie person. Thank you for being a bougie manager. Thank you for being a bougie ICE agent. Thank you for being a bougie cop. Thank you for being a bougie first responder. Hate me all you want. I'm down for the bougie. And bougie is more than just being like, ooh, rich and name brand. No, bougie in my term is being an awesome, proud, amazing, God-fearing, loving America human being. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be good. I feel better already. I'm hoping I stay this way, please, God. I hope so. And I will be back in the next day or two. Wish you all the luck and the love and the blessings. And trust me, God makes wonderful things happen when you just trust Him and know being better is always going to be better than selling out and putting your life at risk to do something you think is going to be a fast profit. Just take each step by step and go through it and learn that God will be there all the way with you. He'll never let you down. All right, love y'all. Take care. Talk to y'all soon. Be bougie. Be better. Bye, eyes. Bougie.